Recording in progress.
So this chapter, we are doing 14.1. That's going to be the last assignment for the course, right? And 14.2, I'm just going to add some grammar information that you can use to write your letters and also to progress with it to A2. And 8.13 is going to be I'll also add more information for your exams and how you can use that to also progress to your next level. Then you can take your last test, that is the OAT mock test. And I'll give you guys last guide for your A1 exams. So today we are going to learn about health and body parts. And after I'm done, you should understand or know how to talk about body parts in German. So let's start with the grammar for today. And the health is Gesundheit and pain is going to be Schmerzen. So talking about health, like you have pain and all that in German, it's very simple. We are going to use the auxiliary verb to have, which is haben and pains, right? That is Schmerzen. Okay. So anytime that you want to talk about health for your body parts, we are going to use haben. So let's start with each. So we say that each habe plus the body parts, then we say Schmerzen, right? So if your head is paining you, you are going to put your head here. So each habe head Schmerzen. If your mouth is paining you or your nose, you are going to say each habe nose Schmerzen. If it's your teeth, you are going to put it there, each habe teeth Schmerzen. And that is going to imply that you have pain. So let's first check the body parts, right? So we have the Kopf as the head, and the shoulder as shoulder, and the arm as arm, the hand as hand, das Bein as leg, the foot as foot, das U as ear, das Auge as eye, die Nase as nose, the Mund as mouth, the Bauch as stomach, the Rücken as back, the Hals as throat, and das Herz as heart. So we have the Kopf, the shoulder, the arm, the hand, das Bein, the foot, das U, das Auge, die Nase, the Mund, the Bauch, the Rücken, the Hals, and das Herz. So now that we have this body parts, maybe let me give you guys some few seconds if you want to write it down, because that's what we are going to use. So just write like 3 or 4, right? That you can make reference to. After class, you can come back to it and write all of them. Okay. So like I said, right? It's going to be each habe plus the body parts plus Schmerzen. So if you have headache, you're going to say that each habe Kopf Schmerzen. That means that I have head pain. If you have shoulder pain, you're going to say ich habe Schulter Schmerzen. If you have hand pain, you are going to say that ich habe Handschmerzen. Okay, so the body part that you are feeling, we are just going to add that, take that, then you add that to what Schmerzen. That is going to imply that what you have this particular pain. So that's there's let's check some examples here. We have Kopfschmerzen. That means that we have headache, which is going to be ich habe Kopfschmerzen. You have sore throat. So sore throat is house. So du hast Halsschmerzen. Then it's going to imply that you have sore throat. And SZ hat Rückenschmerzen is going to imply that he or she has back pain, right? Then it's going to imply that you have back pain. Okay, so Rücken is back.
Sir, the writing is like together.
What?
Yeah, she doesn't have to be writing together with the part of the body.
Yeah. So it's going to become one word, right? So it will join and it will become one word. But I just wanted to break it down for you. That's why I use the plus to break it down.
Strengthen is the pain.
Strengthen is the pain. Strengthen is the pain. And sometimes you want to say that part of your body is aching you. I have headache and my head is aching me, right? Trying to say that some places aching you is going to be tooth there, right? Or in other terms, it hurts. That's the verb. So that one too is very simple. We pick the body parts, then we just add tooth there to it. So if your head is paining you, then it's going to be mein Kopf tut weh. That's going to imply that my head is aching me. And if your leg, you are going to say mein Bein tut weh, right? And that implies that my leg is paining me. Okay. And sometimes you don't want to use the body part, but you want to replace it with a pronoun, right? So in that context also, you can also say that es tut weh, right? And that's going to imply that what it hurts, right? So that's going to imply that it hurts. So if you check here, we have mein Kopf tut weh. That means that my head hurts. And this one is meine Beine tun weh. So here is tut weh. Here is tun weh. So why is it like that? Here is tut weh because we are just talking about one body part, right? And plural, more than one, then we are going to use tun weh. And it's just a conjugation of the verbs because tun weh is a verb, right? Tun weh, right? That means that it is paining you, this particular word. Okay, so if it is one, then it is X. Okay, then it implies that it's going to be what? T. Like if you are conjugating with the pronouns. And for the Z, if it's more than two, then it's going to be tun. So that's why, like if it is plural, it's going to be tun there. And if it's one, then it's going to be tut there. They also have this structure here. Mostly, if you check your letter writing, I told you that trying to say that you are feeling good, you can say that me get S good. But you can also say that S gets me a good, right? So mostly in your letter, we say that each heute S gets me a good. That means that I hope everything is fine. Okay, so that's the same way with the tooth verb too. So we can say that you can bring the body part. So for example, my Kopf tut weh, right? And mostly to these ones, it goes with dative, which we are going to check that tomorrow. So we can bring mir here, right? Mostly we can say mein Kopf tut mir weh. That means that my head is aching me, like in the most of the phrases. Okay, so the same way that here we can bring the x at number 1 and take the mir at here. That's the same way that we can also bring the mir at number 1 and bring the mein Kopf to as where the mir is. So let's try that. I just bring it's quite confusing, but let's check it all. What I've done in this phrase is that I just brought this one here and I brought that one also here. I've just switched it. Okay. So the reason why I'm teaching you is that sometimes maybe somebody will arrange it this way and you say that you don't understand it. So you can also start with the mir tut mein Kopf weh. So this one is the mir tut. Then we bring the body part. Then we bring the right. Or you can start with the body parts like this one. You bring the tooth, you bring the mir, and you bring the VA. So that's the basic structure that they are having here for you, right? So mir tooth, then you bring the body parts here. Or you can say that mein Kopf tut mir weh or es tut mir weh. So these are the basic ways that you can use to express yourself that you have this particular pain or some part of your body is aching you. In case you have any question about that, please ask. Yeah. And sometimes too, you want to use feeling. I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling and so on, right? And feeling is sich feeling. And feeling is a reflexive verb. So if I say reflexive, I mean that the one doing the action is also involved, right? Like it bounces back to you, right? Maybe I'm preparing myself. Phrases that you can use myself, itself, themselves, right? Any verb that you can use and join it with one of those words, we call it reflexive verbs, which we are going to learn that well if we reach A2. And they have it for accusative and they have it for dative. And that's where the mich and the dich and the mir and so on will come inside, which we are going to learn more about that later. But if it's accusative and you want to say that myself, then it's going to be mich. Yourself is going to be dich. Himself, itself, themselves is going to be sich. Ourselves is going to be uns. Yourselves is going to be euch. Themselves is going to be sich. But for today, let's just focus on these ones and maybe the day, right? The more you advance, you can look at this information. So anytime that you want to use fullen in German, fullen is a reflexive verb, and you must use the reflexive pronoun there. Okay? So if you want to say that I'm feeling weak, then it's going to be ich fühle mich, since you are using ich. So ich fühle mich schlecht. That's going to imply that I feel bad. Du fühlst dich schwach. That means that you feel weak. So as you are using the do, then it goes with what? Dich. And sie fühlt sich müde. That means that he or she feels tired. Right? So what you are going to use mostly for now is this one, and maybe sometimes the zich for formal. So if you want to use the following to express yourself that you are feeling weak, you are feeling strong, and so on, this is how it's going to be, and it's going to be fully match, then you can add your mood to it. In case you have any question, please ask. Now, what we have done so far is expressing yourself, like I'm feeling weak and so on. But let's learn how to ask the question, right? Maybe where is taking you and where is paining you and all that. So the W question is what? W question plus verb plus pronoun plus other things. And the truth is the verb. So if I want to ask you that, where does it hurt? It's going to be vous tout ex verb. So where does it hurt? So vous tout ex verb. And this one is going to imply that what? Where does it hurt? And you can get the response, my looking tooth verb. That implies that my back pains or my back hurts. So at the exam, so if you go and you get a question about health and you want to ask somebody that where is paining you, you can use one of these. You also have another option that you can say that where do you have pains? So wo haben Sie oder hast du Schmerzen? Right? So where do you have pain? So this is another way to ask where someone is experiencing pain. Right? So wo haben Sie or hast du Schmerzen? So where do you have pain? And you can say that ich habe Beinschmerzen or ich habe Schmerzen im Bein. So just know how to ask somebody that where do you have pains and how to respond to it. So these are the basic things that you are supposed to know about health. In case you have any question with what we have done so far, please ask. So some of the common pains in German, like Kopfschmerzen, Halsschmerzen, that is sore throat, Bauchschmerzen, stomach pain, Rückenschmerzen, back pains, die Ohrenschmerzen, earache, the Zahnschmerzen, which is going to be toothache. So an example is ich habe seit 2 Tagen Rückenschmerzen. And this word seit means that since, right? So we are going to use it a lot of times during the A2 class. So those who want to progress to A2, get used to this word. Ich habe seit 2 Tagen Rückenschmerzen. So I had a lot of pains for 2 days. Or meine Augen tun weh, it is my eyes hurt. Or my Fuß tut weh. So this one is a small conversation that you can come and read through for more understanding and practice. So we have some few practice here that we are going to do. And with my A2 class, it's very practical. The A1, I'm just introducing the language. So that one, even if you join class but you don't show your camera, I don't say anything because I'm just introducing the language. We don't even speak German in class. But the A2 is speaking is 80% speaking, 20% grammar. The A1 is like 90% grammar and like 10% speaking, just some few speaking. But A2 is more speaking. That means that by the time that you are done with my A2 course, you are speaking the language. That one, I'm very straight with it. You cannot join A2 class and put your camera off. I'll just take you out. You understand? But for you to progress to A2 also, I want to be sure that you know how to do some basic things. like putting words together. It's very, very important. Like if you don't have that, you might get lost when I'm doing the A2 with you. So but I have these phrases here. Let's see if we can translate it to German. Yesterday, you wrote your second letter, right? Or even your third letter, because the first day you wrote two letters, and yesterday was third letter. That means that you are getting used to how to put words together. So you have these phrases here. Number one is I have headache. And you have haben, you have Kopfschmerzen. How will you write that? Number two, sorry. Number two, we have solid. You want to say that you should drink more water. And we are applying the modal verb rule. You have solid, you have drinking, you have mere, and you have Wasser. How will you arrange it and say that you should drink water? And it's not difficult. Just write the modal verb rule down, write the statements rule down, and use that to start from there. All the words that you need is here. The only thing that we are going to add is your pronoun. We have feeling, Z, falling, crank, and heute. So she is feeling sick today. How will you arrange that? The doctor gave me medicine. The past tense. Yesterday, we did the past tense. I told you that things that we can control and not in direction, we are going to use haben. Things that we cannot control, we are going to use sein. So you have to apply that knowledge here. You have the conjugated verb already here, the past tense already. So you just put your words together. Brauchen, to need, dentist, and Einsam You want to say, I need a dentist. How will you arrange that? And he has a fever and a cough. You have these phrases here. So please start work. 6 minutes, 6 questions. I'm giving you 6 minutes. So after that, then we cross check the answers together. Hey guys, you don't want my blog to show. Okay. So let's cross check the answers. Number one, tell me the answer you had.
Ich habe Kopfschmerzen.
Yeah. So number one is going to be ich habe Kopfschmerzen. Number two is du sollst mir Wasser trinken. So the modal verb is here and the main verb is here.
Second, then also, can we say, sollen Sie mir setzen?
That's going to be a question.
It should be a question.
Yes. Should you drink water? That's what you're asking. So if the verb starts, then it's a question. Number three, sie fühlt sich heute krank. So the fooling always need a reflexive pronoun. It's going to be sie fühlt sich heute krank. Number four is the Arzt hat mir medicine gegeben. So with the past tense, I told you that the haben is always at number two, and the conjugated verb goes to the last end. Number five, ich brauche einen Zahnarzt. So I need a doctor. And number six is hat Fieber und Husten. So he's having fever and cough. There is some of you, when you are doing your faces there. So we have the arts forming the perfect statements. The conjugated verb, the haben is always at number two. So the subject and the auxiliary verb haben. So the arts, hats, and given is a dative verb, which we learn that later tomorrow or next time. So the mir is here. So the doctor gave me medicine. So the arts has mir medicine given. So the past tense of giving, to give, is gegeben. Giving is to give. So gave is going to be gegeben. The past tense of haben itself.
Yes.
The effect is going to be gehabt. Prateretum is going to be hatten, which we learn more about that when we reach A2. So if I want to use the effect to say that I had a car, it's going to be ich habe ein Auto gehabt. Because the habe is always constant, forming the effect statement. And the verb that you are going to form the past tense goes to the last end. So though here is constant, this is the verb that we are changing. So it's supposed to come here. But mostly with the auxiliary verbs and the modal verbs, we like to use the patriot of it. That's why it's simple. So each hatte ein Auto. This one is patriot, right? Simple past. Okay, so this one is I had a car. This one is more fast, right? I want to use this one, though it's the same thing, but this one is a bit complicated. That's why I like to introduce it at A2 level, and that one we can dig deep into it. Do you understand it? So, like I said, that in English, the way you can say that maybe I walked and I have walked, right? So this one is perfect, this one is patriot. But this one, the modal verb and so on, is quite complicated to use in German. But we will check more about that later. So that's all you are supposed to know about health in German. Now let's check your assignment book. Science is the advertisement that you are going to get. So it means that now I've introduced everything that you are going to need for your reading. You get advertisements like this, and they can also give you essay, like letter form, like the one that you read yesterday, something like that, right? These are the two type of questions that you are going to get. So you can check the GOITE exam structure if you are curious, but know that you can only do it once. So I recommend that finish the course before, right? So by the time that you will do this basic ones, it will give you the foundation to come and solve the 25. But if you just come to 25, you might just call me that how should I do A or how should I do B? And know that this one is your test. I don't have to explain anything for you. So if you open it, you are doing everything by yourself. But I'm going to explain that when we reach there. And the times by is your scribing again. You're writing a letter again today. I've just changed it a bit from what we did yesterday. And I told you that if you get a letter about appointments, just use two reasons. One is about weather and one is going to be about health. So pick one, the one that you are okay with. So you are working in the smartest way, not the hardest. So yesterday, some of you, the reason you wrote something different. It means that you are not listening to the class instruction. The instruction is that use a reason that is connected to health for this chapter. And we have done that in class, right? I have headache, I have stomach pain and all that. So schreiben Sie eine E-Mail an Felix. Sie hat sie zur Geburtstag eingeladen, aber sie können nicht teilnehmen. Warum? Why are you writing? So, was is the Grund? What is the reason? Fragen Sie nach einem anderen Termin. So if you don't understand it, please go and translate it, right? So we are going to use the ideas generator to practice, to take you through the step. And again, it's just optional. For me, I created it from several years of experience with students. So I just want to solve a problem for you. And if you feel like it's difficult for you to use and you want to still use your traditional way, no problem with that. But please be sure that you send me standard letter. So you just come and paste your letter here. Make sure to select the level A1 and you paste it here. And I've trained it to take you through the step by step. It's going to take you through it. So great job on taking first step to write your email. Let's build your letter step by step. Since there's an informal email to a friend, you can use do and dear. Here is a simple structure to follow. Greetings, introduction, reason for attending, request for meeting and closing. This one, translator will not help you with that. Right? The translator, you just go and put it there and just write it for you. But this one is taking you through the steps. So you are still learning. So he said that your next recommended step is what? Greeting. So you can start with hello or Felix. So you just type it here. So hello, Felix. And it will tell you that it's perfect. You have got the greeting done. Let's move on to the introduction. Then it's taking you through use each tribe dear vibe. The reason why you are writing the letter. You can say that I would like to cancel the appointment, absagen, vereinbaren, to arrange, or you cannot come, right? You can say any reason there. So know that the more that you are writing, then it's building up, then it's building here for you. So you can just untick the ones that you don't need. Maybe you don't need this question, right? So you just untick it and you just have this one here. Let me write another one. So let's take it like it's schreiben hier bei each den Termin absagen appointed. So I would like to cancel the appointment, and I send it. So it's going to tell you the vibe and give you your further steps. So the one I just wrote is this one. So it's building for me, right? So if I don't need this one, I just untick it here, right? And now I'm just left with this one here. But save it as often as you can because it can refresh. Okay, so you can download your test here. The more that you are typing, then download your test often, or you can just highlight here and just copy it. So after you are done with everything, then you come to mark my letter. You come and paste it there and check your scores. If your score is above 15, then it means that you have the basic thing that I want you to get, right? Then you can start, then you can send it to me. So that should be all for today. Do you have any question, please?